When you're preparing your book to upload to Kindle, we've talked about creating a table of contents, and we've used the built-in table of contents generator in Word, and that works great. You can publish it as a paperback and all of the table of contents is correct, and then you can publish it as a web-filtered HTML file and the page numbers basically disappear and you just end up with hyperlinks. However, Kindle has changed over the last few years, and while that may work perfectly well for you, if your books start to be considered for Great on Kindle program, then you need a different type of table of contents. You can see here this particular book, it's an old book, but I'll use it as an example. You can see that there are two problems with it. One is called the missing NCX Navigation. The other one is formatting of a list, which is just something I need to sort out. But the missing NCX is a problem. The NCX Navigation, when you open your book on a Kindle device, the Kindle provides you with a drop-down table of contents, and that is generated from the NCX. Now, if your book doesn't have the NCX contents page, then you're not going to have that, and you can see here it's being flagged up. To create that NCX inside Word is a quite complicated process. You have to go in and you have to use the bookmarks. You've already seen that we've already done a TOC bookmark, and we did that as part of the process of creating the book for Kindle. But in order to create an NCX, you would have to go to every header in your book and you'd have to create a bookmark, and then you have to organize them, and it's a really long process. It's quite convoluted. So what I want to show you in this series of videos is an easier way to create your NCX table of contents. Now, in doing so, we're going to make slight modifications to the way the book is. For one, I'm going to actually delete the table of contents that we've generated in Word and not have it like this in my Kindle documents. The reason is that this table of contents will appear at the very beginning of the book, and if somebody's going through the book and wants to jump to a section, in order to get to that table of contents, they would have to go back to the very beginning of the book, find the table of contents, and then click the link. With the NCX menu, they can just pull it down from their Kindle and then click on the link to the section of the book they want to go to and visit that page. In the next video, we'll have a look at the tools that you're going to need to make this NCX generation as easy as possible, so that you're not having to deal with the bookmarks in Word, which will take you hours and hours to do if you've got a big long book with lots and lots of headers. The way I'm going to show you, it'll take minutes to do, and it will satisfy Kindle's requirement for this NCX, especially if you are considered for this Great on Kindle program.